10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Dusk.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Game 3, it comes down to this, guys. High Council of Wisdom Priests up against FireDota. I'm Durka in the JD Studios, and I can't wait to get into this game, because game number 1, High Council, they brought their A game, and they, you know, put a stop to FireDota's just cruising through the NA scene. But game 2, that's where Fire, they showed their meticulous, really systematic play, just dismantling High Council from lane to lane and really giving them no chance whatsoever to farm or push or really play at all. I honestly think High Council, you know, hands off keyboard at the end, all GG pre 20 minutes in. But game number 3, where it all comes to culmination, this is where it all ends, and my co-caster Clairvoyance is here with me as well. What are your predictions? Who do you think is going to take it?
I think, honestly, man, I think TA is going to win. TA just got picked up second here. Of course, it was banned by the High Council themselves last game after finding success with it on Mason in the first game against the techies of FireDota. But, yeah, man, this hero on Radiant, she can stack for herself too, so High Council, they better be wary with a really, really strong middle laner. And honestly, I don't think after last game, I'm sure that they're not going to look for Lina as their middle lane option, because it's just, in terms of offensive capabilities, at the middle lane, she's great. She's one of the best, if not the best. But against TA, who nullifies all that burst damage, you just don't want to go up against that. You don't want to chance it. My biggest question mark here is the High Council going to take up the Undying for themselves and give FireDota a bit of their own medicine? And no, Lina second pick, most presumably a support though.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, if you don't want the Lina towards mid lane, picking it up anyway for that 4 role is still going to be good. Against the Winter Wyvern, you've got the pretty much guaranteed setup for Light Strike array if you cold embrace someone, and Tusk Snowball to set up. If the Lina's inside it, it's not great. You know, you're going to miss that Light Strike array unless you're very quick off the mark to land it onto someone's head. Spirit Breaker actually banned out there by Fire. Aimed at a specific player, because, you know, Moo, there's no Tusk, now there's no Spirit Breaker. Are we going to see a Slardar? Or is it because the High Council maybe want to go for someone a little more mobile up on the top lane for Mason? Slark, perhaps?
Yeah, it's probably that, honestly. They took out the Spirit Breaker in anticipation of the things you mentioned with the potential pick coming out of Fire, because they really like to just run around the map and force fights. And Spirit Breaker on Fluff usually helps them do that, or even on Moo, as you said. So I'm sure this is definitely a setup for a split push on the side of Mason. Against TA, you never really want to take a heads-up fight. And given their first 2 picks here, their early game is potent, but it's not the type of like lane pressure potent. It's potent in the sense that at level 6 they can get a lot of kills, you know. And to shut down a TA, you need to either get a lot of kills before just level 6, and you need to have a solution for it throughout the entire game, something which I feel like they lack so far. Or you need to be able to control their ancients, control the hero in the fights, of course, and just overall apply more than just kill pressure. Be able to take over the map, and I don't know. It's a real question mark on my head right now, because they banned out the anti-mage as well, which is an option that they could have gone for. But Fire could have gone for it as well, so I can understand it, I guess.
AM really has seen the light of day the past couple of weeks. Honestly, there's so many picks of the anti-mage. Miracle, you know, his play does shine from Monkey Business, but Mason's
that team, man.
Yeah, like, honestly, Monkey Business is so good.
Dude, I don't know what happened the other day. I think it was for WCA, and Undying gets picked up for Fire. So they're playing to their cards again. They're playing to their strengths. But, you know, Monkey, from what I know, they haven't lost a game in, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not even sure if they lost a match so far, honestly.
They were unbeaten because they were up against CIS Rejects in the European MLG qualifiers, and they were both unbeaten since they were formed. And they defeated CIS Rejects, and I'm pretty sure they continued that. But
Yeah.
in WCA, they had a missing player, they didn't get a stand-in, and they got a default loss for game number 1, and then VP just won the game, so...
See, that's the thing. I really wanted to watch VP versus them, because I really, like, in my head, VP is a tier 1 team.
Yeah.
By definition, through and through, they not only they beat Secret, but everybody respects them to an extent, I'm sure, if not in just the CIS, you know, around the world as well. But, yeah, I want to see how this new young blood, fresh tier 2 team that came out of nowhere and is beating everyone in matches goes up against the tier 1 team that's kind of been hiding in the woodworks, you know. They've been kind of sitting back since TI. I'm sure they've gotten their fair share of practice games in. But most importantly, they're also from the European scene. So it's kind of like how you want to see the David go up against the Goliath. And I really wanted to watch it. But WCA, man, they're elusive games. You can't catch them. I can't seem to find anything but a stream for it. And once the stream was down, I couldn't find a VOD either.
The VODs be up on the WCA Europe on YouTube, I believe.
Oh, okay.
They should be, but
Great.
I'll message you later on. I'll find out.
Great. I really want to see, like, I'm so confused. Like, I'm watching that Monkeys team and I'm like, I don't see any openings. How do you beat these guys right now? Like, I don't know. I need VP to teach me.
They go so free, right?
They do.
Honestly, absolutely. Yeah, I can actually just paste the VOD right now from here,
And you know what, Durka? You're getting your wish today, man. Game 3, they finally did it for you. Slara coming out of move. This is his classic. He pioneered it himself. Although in matchmaking, of course, some other players have experimented with it in the past, I'm sure. Yeah, Ice is on it. You know, I actually, in the time that I was in Europe as well last year, I played with it, and I didn't go 4-staff or Blink. I just went straight BKB. But the heroes, I knew the hero had potential. Like, honestly, this stun is just so ridiculous, man. Like, sprint, 20 seconds, 28 seconds. No, I was completely wrong. It's a 23-second cooldown on the sprint now. Of course, it's a little shorter, but you get to control it better that way. And, yeah, you just haste it around the entire time. Drop a mini RP every time you go in. And you amplify damage. Minus 10 armor at level 1. The amount of buffs this hero's actually seen, it's definitely up there.
Like, his stat game's pretty good as well. He starts with a good chunk of HP. You know,
Oh, yeah.
He's not far off the Spirit Breaker, the Night Stalker, the Nagasarans of the world. He's probably, well, he's definitely top 10 of, like, the HP heroes at level 1, right? And he scales well as well. He is not a weak fish.
Right. Yeah, that's a tanky fish for sure. But, you know, I'm looking at the draft again. I'm kind of worried for High Council, straight up. They just picked the 3 Intel heroes into a TA Undying lineup, and there's a Slaughter as well. So these heroes, you know, if they don't snowball the lane super hard, these heroes are going to get 2-shotted. Not just by the TA, but by the Slaughter as well. and the Undying zombies might just kill an amp target or something. This is kind of scary for them. They're kind of all in at this point. And they banned out AM, which was kind of their salvage. Because what they could have done is they could have done it like Cloud9 the other day, where you go like the tri-lane against the Undying with a Witch Doctor, and you just fight them heads up. And it was possible, but at this point, I don't know. With Skywrath and Witch Doctor, 2 of the strongest laning supports in the game. Some of them, of course. But Lina matchup at mid is going to be hard for TA hard for Lina no matter what, because TA just destroys Lina in the mid game, right? Like, you can't use combo her, you can't shove her out of your lane. What do you do?
Yeah, exactly. What here?
I don't know.
I'm looking at remaining heroes, and
oh, it's got to be Slark. You know what? They're going for the Slark here. I'm sure they're going for the Slark, and I think FireDota is thinking that they wanted to go for the split push, but FireDota would have punished the Naga pick so hard with this early aggression lineup that this Naga would have not even seen a relic before the game's over, I think. So I'm not sure if they have their heads in the right place in terms of what they fear.
Yeah.
This is, in my head, I think this is a Mason Slark.
That's kind of what I was looking at when Spirit Breaker got banned out. The first thing that sort of flashed into my head was the slot.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh dear.
How do you defeat a Bristleback with a slot? He's
yeah, more importantly, how do you defeat it with 3 Intel heroes? I don't know. Tusk is a hero that goes in and snowballs from the back line. This Bristleback hero is actually really underrated right now. Like, against TA too, the thing with these heroes in this meta right now is it's so burst oriented, or they have this figured out playstyle where they play this one playstyle. Like, a lot of people think like PL is amazing against Bristle, and that's kind of true on even farm. Or not on even farm. Within a farm advantage with like Diffusal Yasha and Bristleback has like a Crimson Guard or one item or something. But the amount of tank that this hero brings to the fights, if you can't bring him down, you know, Intel heroes are just gonna get shredded by Quill Spray.
5 seconds remaining.
So
it is the Slark, but I really feel like they needed something that can almost 1v5, you know? It just that one hero that can do so much work, like a Tinker, along those lines, maybe even a Meepo or something, but everything that comes to mind would get shut down too much, so they're going to put all of their eggs. Mason Slark here, it looks like, is off-lane Tusk. I don't know if you can go aggressive here with the Tusk. You're just going to sit there and leech experience. Fog maybe sits mid to try and zone out the TA.
Yeah, but I think that's the plan.
But to Wyvern, I've seen this time again, where there's a Scarf and a Winter Wyvern on opposite sides of the map, just trying to create an advantage for their mid laner. Winter Wyvern gets the initial 30 seconds kind of under wraps, just with that first ulti burn. It does so much damage, and with the damage from Templar Assassin, you can zone back the Scarf Mage.
Exactly.
Then the following 30 seconds, the Arcane Bolts, sure, they're great, but you've already leached a ton of experience from your mid laner.
This is again, Fire's lineup, you could call it cheesy. I mean, it's Bristleback, Undying, Slaughter. Come on, like, these heroes, what do they do other than just run at you, right, all game? So, at the same time, you can tell HCWP, if it's the same scenario every single game in this series, they have this lineup that has to play well, get behind the lanes, it's just going to be so hard to come back because they can't exploit the resources around the map. The Skywrath is not going to farm this game. This Witch Doctor can get the lane, and of course Aghanim is always great on this hero, but against the heavy aggression coming out of Fire, you're going to be in the back lines just trying to heal up and cask up more than anything else. This Lina is just straight up a liability. If she doesn't do well in the lane, and against TA generally it's hard even with a Skywrath, she could just fall and like she could just die in the team fight. 1 shot, 2 shot, I'm not sure. And I think the X factor of this game is definitely Demon. Of course, the only strength hero on this lineup, the tankiest of them all in the early stages anyway. But of course, a Tusk. So a hero that can definitely change the tides of the fight with the snowball, with the mechanics of the ice shards and sigil and its ultimate.
It's kind of interesting as well to me that we were talking about the final pick here from the High Council. But if they wanted to go for something super cheesy to try and turn the tides, like a Huskar, they still couldn't, right? Because of all this minus armor.
There's no Huskar. I mean, you saw what Fire did to Cole the other day, right? Against Cole's Huskar. Yeah. The Huskar pick was great. Until they forgot about the laning phase, because what Undying does with a little bit of help against the Huskar in the laning phase is, well, he takes away your strength, you do less damage, your burning spears aren't high enough level, you're just going to get right click to that before you can even respond with levels. So this is the type of game that Fire is going for, and again, they have the setup for it, but can they repeat game 2 here in game 3?
Trade-off bounty runes, it looks like Mason should be so careful up on this top rune spot. You can pounce away all you want, but the stun's out. Move. Needs to crush if he really wants it, but we'd like to hold on to the skill point just yet. See where he needs to go with it. There's a trade-off. Lina 1, Templar Assassin the other. Bleak blocking mid. There's no one blocking on the Radiant side actually here. So Justin should get the more favorable block up on creeps and have it actually up on his ramp.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. I mean, it's critical to zone out the TA in the early levels when she's weakest, and Justin might have the setup to do that here, as you mentioned. He has Refraction Point level 1, so he'll be able to block out some of the spell harassment, but nevertheless, Lina, a very potent mid lane hero.
Couple of last hits, her name up at top. Dual lane off lane again, Undying plus Slaughter. This slot, 473 HP. Actually, let's see, 568 HP and 5 armor on Slaughter. Yeah, he's got a bunch of tankiness. And then going for the Ring of Protection, because the build is, like Tranquil Boots, Force Staff. Ice went Tranquil Soul Ring Force Staff, I believe, like a Yule Scepter or something in addition. Then Blink, BKB, all of these sort of luxury items to pick up. But it's all about the mobility. Being able to jump yourself in and out of fights, finding the catch onto a hero like Skyrath, who has 0 on it. 0! And then level 6 hits, the -10 kicks in, and Fog is like, right, well, I guess I'm dead in 2 hits. Nothing really doing here. Bottom lane, what we've got Bristleback, JO against Demon's Tusk. There's stuff supporting, but this top lane has forced 2 supports here. The Scarab and the Witch Doctor have to be here to deal with the Undying and Slaughter, so they can't give Lina that initial burst of farm, and 747 catches back up. 8 last hits. This is where she starts to take control of this lane. Hit level 3, 2 in refraction, 1 in side blades. Level 4 is really the key point when you've got the 2. Well, maybe not against the Lina because of the range that...
Yeah, you actually want 5. Yeah, you want 3 refraction. That's when you're really strong against Lina, because Lina's damage potential or kill potential goes up with her nuke damage. And again, refraction just completely nullifies that. And look at this side blade damage coming out on Justin. He needs to start being careful here.
Honestly, he could have died there.
Yeah.
Side blade hits and he's gone. But... Rune's being controlled. Undying takes top. What rune? What was that? Winter Wyvern double damage. So Fluff and Stuff wrapping in from the back, but Demon nowhere to be seen. He's hit level 3 and he's actually hiding himself away. Pretty even though across the board. Like last hit wise, there's no big difference at all.
Oh my!
Is trading well.
Oh, Justin, he just took 3 sideways spills. Look at him. From 633, he was full HP from the solve. Now he just has the back. And he finished his bottle luckily, but so did 747. And this, again, this matchup only gets better for the TA. So...
Eyes come out. The TA. Oh boy. Now, hasn't started stacking just yet. Ancients are always available, and it's a little bit easier over on the Radiant side to get your stacks up. Move with the sprint. Looking forward, but... Mason the slot. Slippery little fish running from slippery little fish. Himself away. Stun out onto this TA. Sideblade 1, Sideblade 2. Justin gets the Dragon Slave out, but Bottle has arrived with a salve as well. So this trade of regen, the trade of hits here. The Bottle has already left the Lina as Bleak up at top is crushed under the Tombstone, and that's going to be your first blood. Cast will bounce, but the final hit from Moo will secure it. But yeah, Justin has used his Bottle, sent it back to base, while TA is full HP and half mana.
Yeah, so he's gonna get zoned out here. Look at this, level 4 Lina. It's honestly, it's such a hard matchup to do, and Lina can definitely win. But again, it's so hard. It's very difficult. You know, it's just what it is it's just so easy for the TA to play. You know, like how TA plays the lanes against everybody. It's the same. And Lina just has to adjust how she plays against TA because of the hero difference, because of the refraction, and very difficult.
Like constant punch hook kind of thing, where you have to be watching the angles, you have to be...
Oh, Fluff. Oh my gosh, what a massive play. Did you see that?
He denied a rune, but which one?
Yeah, he flew up. He forced both Demon and Justin to come. I'm sure they were thinking, okay, we can kill this guy, we can kill this guy. Of course, he had to Arctic Point and cost him a lot of mana, but he went to the high ground and denied a haste rune. Oh, that haste rune is extremely critical for Justin, who actually held on to his bottle with the idea that he was going to get the rune, so... And TA, he's kind of in trouble here.
Refraction on cooldown for 9 seconds. This Maledict. Bottle and salve. Oh, might be able to survive here actually. Nope, that's the tick.
Really nice kill actually. Very well needed one too. But it's even though that sets him back, he's still ahead in the net worth and he'll come back to the lane and do exactly what he was doing. The only downside is he doesn't get to stack the Ancients from here on out because he's just not in the lane on time.
It's ridiculous though. The Tombstone's dropped and Fog. Okay, Ancient Seal to Moo and Mason turns back with the Dark Pact. But Zombies is stacking up. He has to try and get himself away. Counts as that failsafe. Fine. But the last hits up here. Slardar and Slark are trading even. The off lane and the safe lane heroes have the same amount of last hits. And then you look at the Bristleback down at bottom lane. He's not trading the same with Demon. Bristleback is crushing the bottom. No, he's winning this lane pretty easily. Not completely crushing, he hasn't killed off Demon or stopped him getting any farm whatsoever, but it's definitely favourable for Fire so far.
But I do want to say they actually have to get more done at the top lane here, and Whitebeard he's very low on mana, so his kill pressure is going to be diminished quite a bit. Once Slark gets 6, the problem for them is that the problem for Fire is Slark can start farming the woods, so they definitely want to apply more pressure and get some more kills here, and they certainly can. Whitebeard does have 8 stick charges, so if they decide to dive, they can probably get a kill on one of the intel heroes for sure. But Justin's coming up here now. This rotation, honestly, they better get 2 kills because this hurts the middle laner so much. And actually, as I say that, Susie's going top 2. This is really scary time for them.
God, they're converging up here. Whitebeard, he always starts up. 10 stick charges doesn't mean a damn thing if you're stunned and killed off. But Mason, no invis, no pounce. He's locked in here, and with a stun from Moo, in 1 second's time, they've got this little old fish on lockdown. Justin's trapped as well. There's no real escape from this. He will not get the trade-off kill. The slaughter finally finished off by Demon coming in and cleaning up. A couple of hits in here on Fluff, and the cast bouncing back onto Jo, but the Bristleback just tanks through everything. Cross spray stacking left and right, and Fog chased down. The stick charges with a concussive will mean that Jo has to back up and won't get any further more kills, but man, Fog and Lena both dying there for an off-lane slaughter.
Yeah. Again, that hurts. These kind of rotations are actually just, honestly, they're not good for HCWP. Even if they got those kills, look at what Lena has to give up. She's not only got some chip damage on the tower by the TA, who can actually very easily take the tower as soon as she's gone, because she kills the creep wave in like 3 hits, but she's also started stacking ancients for herself, the Templar Assassin. And again, that's farm that Lena cannot get, simply. This TA already has 1 piece of her Desolator. I would say more than 70% of the way there.
Whitebeard up at top though. He's got the tombstone. He can sustain through this. He's TPing out. He's TPing out.
Wow. Yeah. I don't.
Mason with the Dark Pack level 3. He thought he had it with that Soul Rip.
Oh.
The lack of boots. Hurting him up.
Yeah, playing Winter Wyvern with boots without boots is not fun at all, but really nice picks coming out of HCWP. Again, Whitebeard was kind of really deep though. His hero cannot make solo plays this game, as much as aggression he can apply with teammates. So kind of giving up an unnecessary kill, and HCWP getting ever more closer to their big items. Lina, by net worth, should have a Yule Scepter though. Not sure what's missing. Yeah, the recipe. Yeah, but do you see this though? Like, Durka, look at this. See, she's on net worth, she's at 4,900, but she just finished her Yules, and right now she's sitting on, if she had the Yules, it'd be boots, Yules, bottle, no talisman. That's basically what she has to her name. She's just the easiest kill on the world.
It's always interesting looking at like net worth comparisons to item progression. I think Ember Spirit is one of the more obvious ones, with things like, you know, treads or brown boots, drums, and even Phantom Lancer when it goes to the Boots Travel build.
Yeah.
Sort of small incremental, relatively, you know, low impact items is what I'm trying to say here. Low impact items that don't give you a big boost in team fight or utility or anything like that. Oh, J.O.'s dived in deep here with the Maledicts and the Mystic Flare. He's healed up with the Soul Rip, but he's surely dead to this. Lacuna played to the back as well, and he will drop, but that's a lot of commitment there. No turnaround potential though from the Radiant, as they don't have their Winter's Curse or anything. And HCWP, they're actually chasing further. The 4-staff Whitebeard still trapped inside those shards. And 10 stick charges. He used it, but it's a waste.
Yeah, Fire, I mean, was that a commitment they made to try and ward? Because I mean, this is the second time I think Fluff did something like this, where he just wanted to ward and put his teammates in somewhat of a bad spot. I think he's 0-3 now. He still doesn't have boots. Most importantly, those deaths themselves are not too bad. If he had boots, he can just follow up and do something different. But these fights are actually hurting their ability to be super aggressive. And the TA is so farmed that if they just take the fight together, they're just gonna roll. But no, Fire deciding to be a little bit too aggressive at times, and here it is, Fluff again.
Well, he's dead, but the rest of his team is here. J.O. gonna run into the thick of things. Justin dropping low, but they're gonna get moved. Killing him off with the last Arcane Bolt. That'll secure that one. He's still trying to sprint away. Is he not dead? Did he survive through that somehow? Fog is being chased here with Demon, taking the Deso damage out from 747. Moo, I guess, had stick charges. That's the only way I can see he survived that one.
Yeah, and he actually outran the Spirit for some time. So he came into Jo, and Jo mech'd him up at the last moment as well. Okay. They're picking out the Roshan, and again, Desolator at 13 minutes he had it, and now they have the amplified damage with the Viscous Nasal Glue as well. This Roshan, 7-second Roshan right here.
Boys, well, there we go, amplified damage, suddenly Roshan.
Yep.
That minus armor stacking out massively. But yeah, the move down between the tier 1 and tier 2 bot, Jo was very far forward, sort of posturing to save or keep the distance between the enemy and Flop and stuff. But he just ended up getting zapped down, even with his Bristle back, feeling like he was in God mode, but definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't like how he's playing this. He bought the mech. He's not that strong with a mech. Mech is like a very half-half item on Bristleback. If he went Crimson Guard, even despite the magical burst, there's no right clicks that could do damage to him at all against those intel heroes. And now he's actually gonna die again.
Yeah, Snowball Mystic Flare. They've got the damage and the lockdown. Can't even use his mech. So that's what, 3 deaths in a row. Top, bot, and bot. Where Jo has put himself very far forward. Twice he was looking for kills. This time he was looking just to try and pressure the tower, but very overly forward play here from him. Without Whitebeard or anyone behind him, Fluff and stuff, he's finally got his brown boots and he's hit level 6, so this curse is available. But I kind of feel like Susie, the TA, has spent a lot of time farming and not a lot of time fighting. First time.
No, and she doesn't have to though. She really doesn't. Yeah, she has a Blink Dagger now, so just wait till you see this Blink Dagger come in against the Skywrath and Witch Doctor. They're gonna get one-shotted, man. This is time. You're about to see Susie in action.
How much armor do they have? Let's look through the Dire team. 2 on Witch Doctor, 4 on Slot. The Tusk is looking pretty beefy actually with a medallion as well, so he's okay. He's like on the okay sort of part of the scale, but Demon. I mean, Fog.
Oh, Whitebeard though.
With the buckler. Where's Whitebeard? Oh, he's trapped. The shards miss, and Demon. Uncharacteristic there. Lacuna Blade to secure the kill, but Jo is joining in. With the tombstone down, they'll TP themselves away, and
oh man.
Nothing. There's the curse. There's the
Two
curse.
kills.
Here. Who managed to get himself in with a stun as well.
And TA is coming in for the pickoff here. Oh gosh, here we go.
1 hit, 2 hits.
Oh, she missed the meld. She missed the meld. Yeah, but she's gonna get it anyway.
Fast. Bounce back onto anyone.
Is Jo gonna go? He's like, go, go, go. Yep, no follow up. If he, if he actually killed the Witch Doctor, the Skywrath was dead for sure as well. Because they committed the Spore Staff to killing the Witch Doctor, and he got the cask off as well, so it delayed them. Man, if he only hit the meld, that would have been a double kill, I think. But regardless, they get the tier 2 tower, and again, Durka, like, they give up all these kills. Like, in a pro game, at the highest level, it's hard to put it that way, but these guys are all pretty good players. You know, in this kind of game, if you normally make the mistakes that Fire made this game, you usually lose. You know, they gave up a lot of unnecessary kills, and HCWP should have gotten a lot out of it, but just look at how the picks work, and look at how this TA hero, one of the best scaling heroes in this game so far, can just take over. She's at 10k net worth at 17 minutes, still has Aegis, still has the ability to two-shot heroes, and I think we're still gonna see it in action sometime soon.
Yeah, and I think Mason's going for this Midas on his slot. Look things down a bit.
He needed it though. Yeah, he really did. He really did need it. As you mentioned, man, this is the Slark that when they picked it, this was the hero that they had to like put all their eggs in the basket for. And for this hero to work this game, he needs 6 slots.
Soften Scarlet Mage. Focus done a great job getting his farm as well. 4, 1, and 7, got a ton of kills and assists. And his mech isn't too far off. He's 800 away from that final recipe. Demon, I'm guessing you just finish off the Solar Crest on this Tusk. Unless
just buff up the Slark, exactly.
Yeah. Try and get these heroic effects, the buffs on that Slark. Give Mason as easy a ride as he possibly can, because right now this is where their hammer starts to drop. 747.
Oh, they're going.
Forward, 1 hit onto Justin. The Melt Strike takes him down to 1/3 of his HP, and now they're looking for more. Demon walking back into the midst of things. The snowball probably going to land onto Jo here, but Witch Doctor's already dead. Demon with his shots to save himself. Run for the hills, but the hills don't stop this Templar Assassin unless she misses the Melt Strike. Trap slow, blink stun. Moo has the mobility and
384. 384 from a hit that wasn't even meld. Holy smokes.
Great stuff, and now tier 2. Tier 2 top is even being pushed by creeps, so they're
gonna it'll be done.
Tower.
They're gonna go for it. And Mason, he can't walk up. I mean, he has Shadow Blade, but he knows. He knows. They're gonna just rotate to that tower. He knows he can't farm his woods right now. This is a rough game. Look at the score. It's 14-14. You would think that both teams are going at it, but no. From the very start, just by the picks, Fire had this game on lock. And HCWP, again, they couldn't make a single mistake. And the deaths on their core is from rotating top and some of their connections just not working out with the bottom lane just now with their smoke, getting the Tusk and the Lina getting picked off. These things, they just absolutely cannot happen. It all contributes to the snowballing factor coming out of the Templar Assassin this game.
That's the thing, we rarely look at sort of kill and death across the board. We look individually at sort of heroes in a vacuum and say, oh look, Lina is 12-0, she's doing very well. Bristleback and TA, the two hard-hitting farming heroes, they have got the majority of the kills. They have got 13 out of the 14 kills here for Fire. But you look at HCWP, pretty much 1/3 of their kills are on the Scarlet Mage, 1/3 of them over on the Lina. These are two heroes that, benefit from farm, but Slark has never been in a position where he can...
Oh, yeah, and you know what? Did you see what Moo did? A lot of players would have just gone for the Slark there just to try and harass him down or something. He went straight for the courier saying, no, Slark's gonna back if I come anyway, and I'm probably not gonna kill him. I'll take what I can get. And he just gave his team 150 gold. Whitebeard might be that though. Might be, not too sure.
Guards quite on the mark, but with the 3 ultis down, they turn this back. Moo can blink in, Crush now down onto Blink. They're going to get the Witch Doctor as the stance goes down to Moo. Their Laguna Blade will finish him off, and Mason comes in with a good bit of damage as well. But look at this Templar Assassin. Zombies are slowing everybody down. Fogged and Demon both being chased. Susie has Blink in 3 seconds time. The refraction allows her to keep that going, and the zombies never stop flowing. Demon. They're not going to go forward. Susie doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't have Aegis anymore. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to play too aggressive now without the Aegis. Honestly, though, I thought the Cold Embrace would be able to save the Undying there, because a lot of the follow-up damage came from the Witch Doctor ultimate. So as soon as he walked out of the Skywrath ultimate, I figured the Cold Embrace would just save the Undying. But it's like the third time I think this game, Fluff just decided to hold on to it, thinking there was too much magic damage, and I kind of question it. I think he could have saved some targets this game.
Now, if you try and aim for, let's say, like 40 minutes where Mason is rocking, right? I think that's where we're really looking at HCWP kind of setting their goal for. The Lina. Does she go for Bloodstone with this point booster, or do you still want the Aghanim Scepter to give you the stopgap in between now and short?
It's honestly tough. In 90% of the situations, I would say this is a Ags game because they really need the burst damage, they really need the kill potential to give space for Mason. But this game, you know, Aghanims is not exactly the best item against Bristleback either, because he reduces it all the same. But more importantly, I thought there was going to be a kill at mid, but they decided to not go for it. But yeah, I don't know. He needs the ability to scale as well. And you know what? He is going Bloodstone, I think.
Oh, Mo, it's
they got the TA. They got the TA.
Man, crush it. Sobol actually going forward onto Susie here. No refraction. No refraction and no life. Gonna melt, but still, Blue comes back in with a stun onto 3 this time, and they turn back. Laguna Blade will finish her off. Justin self-fuels up into the air, hide away, but enough. The lockdown, the damage, way too strong out from Fire. They lose their TA, but get a good couple of trades. I mean, how much did the TA give away there? 1,000 gold to the Lina? Okay.
That was a massive kill. They really needed that. But again, the biggest thing here now for this game is the next Roshan. When TA gets the next Roshan, she's actually just going to blink in, kill a hero, and she won't be punished for it, most importantly, because fighting TA into Rosh is just a very scary thing to do in general. And they have to watch out for other things too. Like Mu is working slowly but steadily towards his Blink Dagger. His BKB. In the meantime, Whitebeard, again, way deep in the enemy lines, but Fluff is protecting him to an extent. You know what, he might just die though. Yeah, he's actually just gonna... Bluff should try to Cold Embrace him. I don't know, like even... I don't know, he's holding on to it too much this game, I think. I think he just gives up seeing the Maledict a lot of times, but I'm not sure if he should.
And Whitebeard is now, what, 076? He caught out a fair number of times. And I don't know if this has been part of the game plan to just tank the gank, give HCWP a target to go for, and make sure it's him rather than the TA. Or if it is just him being this guy up on the front line trying to take it out, saying, hey look, I'm here, I'm farming the lane, there must be people behind me, right? But there very rarely is, and HCWP caught onto this very quickly. So actually, near that Templar Assassin, but Mason doesn't try to jump. Let's go for the tier 1 down at bottom.
Yeah, this tower very important for them, but Fire's gonna 5-man smoke. This is the first time we're actually gonna see them 5-men assembled, going for one objective, one idea, one plan together. And I think this is kind of obvious too, but it's Roshan. It's most importantly the Roshan. Mason just TP top, so they know there's no contest for this Rosh whatsoever.
We've got Tombstone, Winter's Cup, they've got all the AoE lockdown as well.
Yeah, 7-second Roshan. Here we go.
No, I don't really have that much at all. Roshan's dead. For Assassin, where they just not right now. Mason, does he pick up anything else? No. Shadow Blade Midas, that's all he's got still. 2,700 gold. Did you go BKB? Did you go Skadi?
It's very hard, man. For one, I think this is one of those games where you have to just not get BKB. I mean, it doesn't help him too much either because there's so much physical damage, but he has to, I don't know, like he just needs like 2 items advantage in order to carry against all those heroes, and I'm not sure if he has it. Because Fire is pushing the base right now.
Do you even consider Build Red to try and disable this black asset? Is that even worth it?
That's sort of that's actually one of the options. He needs to be careful here. Yeah, this is
Rush as well. He has buyback, but he doesn't really want... Like, this is the worst position, where the hero you need to be stacking up farm has to buy back to defend rack, so I'm pretty sure at this point you let it fall.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think you have to. If Mason buys back, they just lose straight up.
Yeah. Well, they've got the kill on J.O. Oh no, keeps him alive. They've got the magic damage though from the Arcane Bolt. They do secure that death onto J.O. and the first life of the TA. Dominating streak and the Templar Assassin now down. Mood, look good, a blade to the face, but the sustain and heal will allow him to escape. They didn't take tier 3. Mason stayed alive, so HCWP still in this game. Still with a shout because their side lanes are actually pushing out decent amounts.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, both teams kind of just losing their one position in an awkward manner. I mean, Jo was kind of stuck, so it was well done by HCWP. But he's faced this combo so many times this game. Like, he's already died to the Maledict and the Skyrat Silence and Lina new combo with the Tuskar Shards. Like, I think every single death that he has, all 4 deaths, he died the same way to that combo. And I don't know, I'm not sure if he's paying enough attention or respect to it in general. Like, this is only a level 2 Maledict, but he's always facing the direction of his targets because of all these factors. And it's really hurting his ability to just stay alive in the fights.
Summed up once and lost from there on out.
I'm pretty sure, pardon me. Yeah, she's got a lot of farm. You can see she's actually the most farm here on HCWP now. Mason would still hold that position if he didn't die, but sadly he did. And I think the next play for Fire is actually just waiting on BKBs for both Jo and TA. And good awareness by him. I mean, there's nobody showing on the map. He really has to back here. Just no alternatives.
Where are they hiding? Yo, time to run. This close up on him. Is he heading into the fight?
Oh, he's walking right into it. Oh my gosh.
Link, low ball. They've got him again. The combo's there. And it's enough. It's enough, surely. I gotta counter the whole move, jumps in, the 2-man stun, and the curse now. On to 3, they've caught Fogged from the back end. Susie, he doesn't know who to go for. Fogged and then Bleak, the Witch Doctor, and the Scarf Mage both dead. But the,
Oh, good try by Moon. Yeah, the silence was still on him, so it was kind of rough. I was actually thinking, you know, if Jo went in a little bit, or if Jo lived a little bit longer, I figured that was what's going to happen. I mean, that territory that they're fighting in is so deep into the Radiant area, with the tier 1 being up and everything, that TPs are just going to change the whole tide of the fight. And Mu landed a big stun. I think if Suzy actually went for the correct target at first, because he initially hit the Skywrath who was under the curse, and so the Skywrath took 70% damage reduction from his initial melt. So if he just went for the target that was cursed first, they would have actually wiped. And it's just a small detail, but it would have changed the whole tide of the fight. So regardless, there's BKB on TA now, and I think when JO's up, they're going to look for a timing.
Justin, 11 Bloodstone charges now. This Bloodstone is definitely paid off, giving him survival versus tankiness. The Manifold is able to just stand up himself. Wave after wave. And now, is he going to be able to bait himself for the rest of the team behind him? There's no one here from Fire actually moving down towards bottom lane, so even though Justin has like presented himself like, hey, I'm a target, come and kill me. Fire say, no, it's okay, we'll just go and take your tier 3s at mid and top, it's fine. You can
I don't think anybody's... I don't think anybody's going to bite on this. And I'm looking at the TPs. The Skywrath actually does not have a TP. And of course, Fire don't realize this, but they know that they're smoked. I mean, 2 lanes are pushing into your tier 3s. And this tier 3 at middle, it's going to go down. Wow, HCWP, that was a pretty costly move.
The snowball, but nothing lost here from the Radiant. Absolutely nothing. No ultis, no spells, no items used really. Apart from that.
Oh, and Fog got caught. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, he has a TP now. He dropped something, but yeah, he's actually dead anyway. Oh,
very close.
Yeah, very close. Very close.
But the tier 3 now opens up these racks in mid. Naked racks with no glyph for the next 2 minutes. Oh, next 45 seconds. So there most likely will be a glyph available for HCWP for the next push in.
I think they're just gonna wait on JO's BKB. I think he really needs it too, because when he's on BKB, again, like HCWP's lineup, they have like no damage to BKBs. Honestly, they have Witch Doctor ulti, which will, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get dealt with. But I'm not too sure, but assuming that gets dealt with, they have Lina who doesn't have Ags yet. She's actually about to finish it, so I guess that's a lot of damage coming out too. In a little time, when JO does have BKB, there will be damage. But I think Fire realized this too and say, okay, we're just gonna go. There's no tier 3 tower. We have all the vision we want.
How do they... There's no Ags Witch Doctor ulti now. If they had it now, I was wondering how do they deal with it without the curse? Who can find BKB force that forward? It's gonna be rough getting through the racks here. Oh, he's got double blink stun.
Oh, that's a nice stun. Yep.
Go in for more. Lina wanted the 2 stun, but it's in such a good position. But they can't move forward enough to go and find it. Cast just back onto the creep wave. The sigil.
Are they gonna completely back off this?
Like it.
That's interesting. No, they're just resetting. I'm pretty sure they're just resetting. They're taking it slow.
Ready in 20 seconds, so they don't need to fully back to. Oh god, if it's in Ace.
Oh my gosh, they did see him. Moo almost got the jump. It was very close.
That would have been stunned into curse into death. And
Yeah.
let's take a look at buybacks actually. Mason does TA and went to Ivan do, but no one else in the game actually has buyback here. Oh, Witch Doctor just got his, just. But that 1,000 gold, you know, you want to be putting it towards Agony Receptor. Oh, melee racks, Glyph. Oh, for HCWP, this might be their defense unless Justin gets jumped, blinked, killed, dead! Gone, and no buyback, 24 seconds. The Bloodstone's gonna bring her back to life a little bit faster, but fire.
Oh, Demon, he's gonna go roll right into enemy lines here. He's dead.
Finds Fluff with off the wave, the blink forward no from move. Finds the Tusk and the Scarf Mage. This might just be game. Dropping one by one, Bleak is gone down as well. Slark, last man standing. Lena alive in 5 seconds time, but the minus armor from Susie, the TA with Moo and Teo here on the front lines. Should be able to clear through this tier 3, if not more. What does Mason do to defend this? What does the Lena do to defend this?
Not much, man. They can't stand the damage. They really can't. Again, squishy heroes, limited to their life points this game, despite the potential abilities they could have with their items. They just didn't have the timing for it. Look, Fire, they're actually just gonna go for top, and they get the Lena too. So it's just that easy throughout the entire game. They can lose all these kills, they can lose engagements, Jo can die a couple extra times, and this is just gonna happen. Honestly, this is just a classic case of outdraft for this game. There's not much else to say about it. They're way too reliant on the Slark against like a 3-core team, 3-carry team. And it went to show that these intel heroes early game, they couldn't even fight up against the strength heroes of Fire. So once again, Fire playing to their strengths. They're really, really good with this style right now, and it's working every game. Durka, first pick TA, it's happening, man.
I mean, in Europe, we're seeing first pick anti-mage, and you know, you've praised this hero a lot, but I mean, we've seen a ton of it. Templar Assassin, though, I love it, and I know Wagamama's gonna love it as well. That guy with his Templar Assassin, non-stop TA play, but it definitely does fit. You can farm